Okay, if you're getting 4x back on dining, 4x back on groceries, that's nice. But what the frick are the points for? How are you going to use them? Are you actually going to use them? Because honestly, I feel like they're very overvalued for how hard they are for you to use. And I feel like the valuation comes from these crazy, Maldives style redemptions where you really got to get out there and try to actually, find some value. But for the most part, 95, maybe 96, 7, 8, 9, 99% of us, bro, we're not actually doing that, right? I don't know about you, but I'm the kind of guy that's just trying to get free travel. Like, I'm the kind of guy that just wants to, pull up at Grammy's house for a little bit, you know what I mean? Like, I already got a bed to crash on, dude. I just need to get there, And I do like going on vacations. I definitely think that, having a hotel strategy is important, especially if getting out there and trying new cool locations in Europe or Africa or some crazy stuff like that, that's super sick. But like, focusing too hard on like the point redemption can be kind of dangerous. Let me tell you about it. And that's kind of why I feel like Amex is just not the best. And it's kind of funny because like I was like, yo, Amex Gold's goated. That was kind of focusing on like the credits part and like the actual card. The actual card itself is pretty solid, I think. For at least if you're in a city and if you're around Resi, it's pretty good, right? It's better now than it was, I think, in my opinion. And if you're a heavy spender, you're making a lot of points. But you got to realize that's only half the battle, dude. I know, it sucks. And that's where Chase is really, coming out on top, is the second half of the battle. While they're not really earning a ton off the bat, you're not really earning a ton right away at paying for dining, paying for groceries, right? You're going to have a way easier time redeeming your points. It's going to be so much easier, especially because of the 1.5 cents per point redemption in the portal with the Sapphire Reserve. And a lot of you guys are probably going to be like, dude, that freaking sucks, dude. 1.5, I could do 1.8. Oh, yeah? Show me. Show me you could do 1.8. I could do 1.8 too. I can, but I don't want to have to depend on it, Especially if it's something that's just a domestic United States flight. I'm always going to be coming out on top with that 1.5 cents per point portal redemption, man. And like, I get it, you can find these sweet spots, maybe with the British Airway, American Airlines kind of strategy, maybe with the MR points. For me, I'm not at an American Airlines hub, so it's kind of hard for me. I don't really fly American that much. But if you live in Dallas and you got to fly to like Chicago, or you live in Dallas and you fly to Miami or something, I feel like you're going to be probably better off with MR points. Very dependent on your location, I've realized. This game is very dependent, and it's not always about earning. Like, maybe that could be the title of this video. It's not always about earning. Like, a lot of everyone focuses on earning, and I got to tell you, it's not about that. It's about redeeming. So yes, Amex and their membership rewards points ecosystem, fantastic. Good for the Maldives, right? Good for those crazy blue water vacations. Kind of harder to use if you're going to Grammy's house, if you get what I'm saying. So, yeah, it's a goated card. For sure, the Amex Gold's goated, but that's just half the battle. I just told you, right? It's, difficult to redeem, and Amex, the portal is only 1 cent per point, which is kind of tough. I would rather get 3x back on the Sapphire Reserve and then redeem at 1.5 cents per point. It's just super chill like that, Oh, you could also do the Altitude Reserve. That's a good card if you just want 1.5 cents per point, super easy. That's just real-time rewards, so anything travel related, you get that 1.5 cents per point redemption. I haven't used that card. I don't know how it works, but it seems like a pretty good card. I told you guys I was going to get it. I don't know if I can. Sorry, that was a big complaining. I'm not trying to complain. The game is just running you down, It's always running you left, and then it's running you right, You're learning so much as you go. These roadmap videos, I mean, I get it, right? You want to have an idea. Having an idea is good, but you just never know. You never know, dude. Something changes, you learn more. This kind of game is something that you learn so much as you go that you can't really plan a whole year in advance. Especially my new guys, dude. If you're watching the videos and you're just learning how to do the game, not only are you subscribed, right? You're subscribed? Yeah, good. But you're not going to be able to freaking strategize a whole year ahead if you're just 6 months into the game. You're going to learn so quickly that it's just not going to make any sense. You're going to change your strategy. You're going to change and learn something, right? You're going to find that favorite redemption and your favorite way to use the points. And that's kind of the whole thing. This whole video is about redemptions, kind of, I think. Well, kind of. But yes, guys, the redemptions are very important. That's kind of the whole point of this little thing here. But I have something else to tell you. So if Chase has better redemptions, and that's kind of my strategy, the Chase kind of strategy, have I made it clear enough? Have I made it clear enough that Chase is my favorite? I think so. Although I do talk about Amex and how they're goated. It's just the points. If Amex had that 1.5 cents a point, dude, Amex would be freaking sick, okay? And I'm going to be very clear with you. I have around 500,000 membership rewards points, but I don't value them that high. They're like pennies to me. I just don't feel like I can get good value without really going out of my way to make some crazy travel happen. And so I don't feel very confident about getting MR points. I don't feel very good about getting the big bonuses. Like, I know that I can get free stuff by redeeming at 1 cent per point if I really was desperate. But, and I forgot to tell you, a lot of those come from referrals, which is very nice. I very much so appreciate it. But the problem is that I can't redeem them unless I go to freaking business class somewhere far away, which I do, just not that often. And so Chase is something that I need. I need to get Chase, and you might need to get Chase too. Well, I have a good thing for you. Okay. Oh, frick, I mentioned the C word. I was gonna say the unlimited. Yeah, that one. It's got this nice offer, but I can't use the link in the description. I did make a post about it, but there's this special offer. The 90K, basically I could talk about it because I'm not going to link Chase. But yeah, I have an affiliate that just gave me a 90K offer. I think I could say this. I just can't link it in the description. So maybe if I put it somewhere else, you could find it. But I can't talk. I can't talk about Chase, and then for compliance reasons, and then link it in the description. That's like a banned thing. No. But I could talk about it here and not put it in the description. And yes, I have personal links in the description. Those are personal, and you can talk about Chase. Just trying to be clear with you guys. But basically, the point of this is that I'm excited that there's a 90K offer back on the Chase Income Limited. I think it might be the cash. Either one of them. It's fine. But I want to go for one of those offers. I think that's a good offer. 90 freaking thousand points, dude. Oh yeah, I'll take that any day. That's a lot of travel for me, and it's a lot of high quality travel. Chase is really solid. I have a lot of good things about them. I really like their strategy with the 1.5 cents per point. And I actually like this one more last part I got to tell you. Last thing, I got to get this to 11 minutes. I have something to say. Hyatt is fine, okay? But I've realized that some of us might be making mistakes with Hyatt. And this is kind of how I feel. It's also how others... It's not even how I feel. It's math. Dude, I just assumed Hyatt was always good center point, okay? And other people have too. I met some people that booked the same hotel as me in New Orleans, and their freaking redemption was like 1.1 cents per point. I know. That's worse than the portal. So, yeah. Hyatt, be very careful. That's a very slippery slope. It might feel like the old golden, Hyatt that it is, that beautiful square, that beautiful blue square that Hyatt is. Yes, they make that very nice. That logo looks good because you're going to be getting good value. I feel that too, okay? But you need to be careful because it seems like they're watering down their brand. They're watering down their points and all that. And that's just how it goes. That's just how it goes. It's the name of the game, right? Things are changing all the time. It's just part of how it works. And so if you hear Hyatt is goated or Hyatt is probably the best, it's still pretty good. But this 1.1 cents per point really was a big old punch in the gut for me. I lost kind of a little bit of the value, and I could have just booked it either with cash or in the Chase portal at 1.5 cents per point. So, yeah, cents per point matters, and it's kind of different. I guess you could argue for, if you transfer the points to Hyatt, you do it all through Hyatt, you're going to have a little bit better customer experience, right? Because you are the one that booked it directly, and maybe they could swap you around if something goes wrong or something like that. Like, that's kind of an argument for the Chase portal is, sometimes I guess, if you book it, it's like a third party, right? It's a third party portal, and you might be getting screwed. I've been screwed. I've booked a couple things, maybe once or twice, that I've been unable to change. And like Chase portal kind of screwed me over. I wasn't able to get good customer service. If you don't book it directly, that's a huge problem. Dude, I can make a whole video about all this, but I hope you guys are having a good day today. I just wanted to chat. It's Sunday for me right now. Beautiful day. Probably going to watch some football a little bit. I don't really watch football a lot, but I'm trying to get into it. It feels like fall. Organizing my kitchen a little bit. I got some organizers right there. Just got those at Muji. If you guys know what Muji is, it's a sick store. But yeah, I mean, just kind of chilling, organizing. That's my toolbox. Some stuff in there. I'm trying to organize that too. But I mean, that's pretty much it, man. So yeah, credit cards are pretty sick. Of course, we wouldn't be hanging out here if credit cards weren't sick. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I hope you have a good day, and I'll catch you in a few days. See you later. Bye.